Finish with my woman 'cause she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I'm frowning all the time. All day long I think of things, but nothing seems to satisfy. Think I'll lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me occupy my brain? Wow, wow, yeah! I need someone to show me the things in life that I can't find. I can't see the things that make true happiness. I must be blind. Make a joke and I will sigh, and you will laugh and I will cry. Happiness I cannot feel, and love to me is so unreal. And so as you hear these words, telling you now of my state, I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late. Ozzy Osbourne tune. Anyhow, Ozzy's had a lot of good songs over the years. Yes, he has. Ozzy's got a new record out, or CD, or whatever you want to call it. It's called Ordinary Man. Him and Elton John made this new CD, and the music is pretty good on there. There's a few songs that stick out on the CD. I like that song, Under the Graveyard, is a good one. And I also like that one, Ordinary Man. But Ozzy still's got a good voice, and Ozzy still has the talent. Ozzy never lost anything. He still got it. When in Kempful, come by the Dennis Ramsey paintings, please. I live at 27 Canaan Avenue, Kempful, Apartment B, Nova Scotia, Canada, yellow house, white trim. Upstairs, Apartment B. We've had a lot of shitty weather lately, and I don't know, people that don't know me don't know what kind of weather I don't like. I don't like the damp weather. We had 3 months of damp weather, and that kind of pissed me off. I was sick for 2 months. I'm starting to get better. But I was sick for 2 months along with, I think it was ammonia, to tell you the truth. It was bronchoammonia. I know my body. And thing is, right, ammonia is a bad thing. I had it when I was, let's see, how old was it when I first had it? I had bronchoammonia when I was 13, and I was in a hospital bedridden, for about a month and a half. And the nurse said, I don't know, Mr. Ramsey, if you're going to live or die. I don't know if you're going to live or die, because it doesn't look good for you. She more or less said to me, we ain't expecting you to live. You know what I mean? But what saved my life, looking back, I used to get these penicillin shots. The nurse would come in every second day and give me a penicillin shot. All it is penicillin in a needle. That's all it is. But after a couple months, I got better. Got back on my feet. Got out of that damn hospital. But I was so sick, people. I don't know if you're aware of this. When a person's deathly sick, they don't care if they live or die. And I was at that stage. I didn't care. I wasn't scared of death. I knew I might die anyhow, and I wasn't scared of it. I was so sick anyhow, I thought death would be a relief, because I was bedridden for a couple months. So when you're that sick, you really don't care when you get that sick, if you live or die. And anybody that's ever been deathly sick understands that, because you figure you're so sick, you're feeling so bad, can hardly breathe, and you can't get up on your feet. You don't care if you live. You really don't care if you live or die when you get to that stage. But anyhow, after 2 months, I got out of the hospital and got back on my feet, and I felt well again, and I was happy. But that goes to show you, even a simple bronchopneumonia can kill you. And you'd never figure that in 100 years, would you? I like the Ozzy Osbourne music, and I blame the Chinese people for this coronavirus, to tell you the truth. You're probably saying, why do you blame the Chinese people? They didn't contain this coronavirus 19 in China. They didn't warn the whole world that this could eventually kill you. And I had 4 friends die from the coronavirus. And I'll tell you who they were, more or less. 2 of the guys, one was 53, the other fellow was 57, and a couple of old friends of mine died from the virus too. So I lost 4 friends to the coronavirus 19. That made me angry. I'm still angry. I'm angry at the Chinese for not containing this sickness in China and warning the world that you could eventually die from the coronavirus 19. Now, a lot of people say don't get mad at the Chinese. Why not? They didn't contain the virus. They didn't warn the world. And look how many people have died. 300,000 or 400,000 people died from the coronavirus. And you can't sit there and tell me that those families that lost their loved ones ain't mad neither. You can't sit there and tell me that. If you tell me that, you're full of bullshit. Imagine the sons and the daughters and the fathers and mothers that lost their children and their moms and dads. You can't sit there and tell me they're not angry. I'm angry, and I just lost friends. I didn't even lose family. And I'm angry. So what's that tell you? Most people ain't happy with the Chinese people. Now, I looked on YouTube, I seen the different videos. A lot of the videos don't blame China because they're scared to blame them because they're living in fear of the Chinese people. I don't fear them. I don't fear people from China or any country. I don't fear nobody. I tell it the way it is, or like it is. You know? If it's a spade, I tell it like a spade. You know, I don't wishy-washy, and I don't sugarcoat nothing. Now, the thing is, I think personally the Chinese should pay for the vaccine when they ever get a vaccine. They should pay for it and give that vaccine to all the people in the world. I also think that China should suffer a 10 or $20 billion fine for their negligence and their not warning the world you could eventually die from this and it would kill you. Now, a lot of people said, oh, don't say this, don't say that. Well, fuck you. Look at the 300,000 people that died from this sickness. Who speaks for them? I think all those victims that died should get compensation for their families or, you know, some kind of compensation for their loss. And China should pay it. The thing that people don't seem to realize, now we got a lot of road rage going on here. You're probably saying, what do you mean road rage? People are angry and mad at the Chinese because they neglected to tell everybody you could die from this. And they said they had it contained, but they didn't have it contained. And there's over 90,000 people died, or 400,000, I don't know. You hear all kinds of different numbers. But anyhow, people should be mad. The Chinese should pay fines and compensation and pay for the vaccine. That's Dennis Ramsay's opinion. And all you cowards out there that are too scared to say that, that's exactly what you are, cowards. I tell it the way it is. I don't sugarcoat things, and I ain't wishy-washy. Anyhow, come by them Dennis Ramsay paintings, please. I live at 27 Canaan Avenue, Kempville, Apartment B, Nova Scotia, Canada, Yellow House, white trim. Anyhow, all you people out there, I feel bad for you that lost mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers to the coronavirus 19. I feel bad that China can't take responsibility for saying they're sorry. We killed you hundreds of thousands of people. I also feel bad that China doesn't have the guts to speak up and say, yes, we are to blame. We fed the people contaminated bats and rats and cats and dogs for the sure pleasure of greed, making that almighty dollar. That's why I'm angry. And I'm angry because I lost 4 friends to the coronavirus. And I think I have a reason to be mad at China. And anybody that states anything different is either living under a rock or they can't see reality like I can. Anyhow, this coronavirus could last a year, 2 or 3. And if it lasts 3 years or 4 years, all our fucking lives are fucked up. Really. I'm depressed now. And it's been what? 3 months, and I'm depressed now. So if I'm depressed, how many other people are depressed? Do you realize the complications of this? People might not be able to go to school for the next 3 or 4 years. So for them to graduate and get grade 12, they have to do another 3 or 4 years of schooling. It fucks people up at colleges and trade school and so on and so forth. People can't even go to fucking church. All those Christians out there that like going to church, they can't even go to church. So this has fucked everybody's schedule up for the worst. Know what I mean? So why are people angry? Well, look at all the facts. I think you'll come to one conclusion at the end. People are mad. They're not happy. And the arrogance of China not wanting to take responsibility or say, hey, we're sorry, we killed all your loved ones with this virus because we had to get that almighty dollar feeding people contaminated bats and rats and cats and dogs and snakes. And they got everything in those Chinese markets. Have you ever seen a Chinese market? You'll see cats in there, dogs, rats, bats, snakes. They eat things that should not be eaten out of the sea. And it's all about money, greed, and they lack common sense. Now, our meat in Canada has been health inspected. Yeah, we pay a price for that, I get it. But when we eat that hamburger or pork chop or whatever we're eating, ham or whatever, we know it ain't going to kill us or make us sick. That's why we got health inspection. I think 3 things should be learned from this whole fucking disaster, and I'll tell you what they are. 1, Chinese people and government should take responsibility. That's number 1. Number 2, no longer feed people contaminated food in the Chinese markets. And 3, China has to get rid of that arrogant, above the law attitude. They should pay penalties for this. Make no mistake about it. If anything, they should get a $10 to $20 billion fine for starters. They should pay for the vaccine to vaccinate all these sick people. They also should give out compensation to the families and the people that died from this sickness. Y'all take care and have a fine day. And like I said before, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I tell it the way it is. Peace out.